My name is Shannon, and I am a beauty junkie. How's it going, my lovelies? So, I am just new to YouTube, alright? I'm getting used to the camera being this way because nobody told me that it had to be this way and not upwards. But that's fine, I'm getting used to it. I don't own a ring light just as yet, so it's just me unfiltered and raw. And I try to use daylight as much as I can. I'm trying to speed up my videos as much as I can, and I'm trying to bring you guys the best content as much as I can. As you see in my before videos, I had an intro skit, but my computer broke down and I have no way to edit videos other than this tiny little phone screen. So we're just gonna have to deal for a little bit longer of just these cute little funky intros and then the look, because we're here for the look. I love makeup. I am here because of my love for makeup and I want to share it. And you all know, if you're on my Instagram, this is what I love to do. I have makeup palettes everywhere all the time. So if you want to see how I got this neutral look with a pop of color, keep watching. That's all you gotta do. And you don't even have to. I mean, I'm not telling you what to do whatsoever. Makeup lovelies, so we're back for another makeup tutorial. I did figure out that my camera has to be this way. It's just really hard for me to kind of get the camera this way. I am going to try to like edit this to make it not as long for you guys, but still getting the point on what colors I've used and how I went about doing this makeup. So I'm going to edit out the major blending crazes and just I'm going to try it really, like, see if I can make a fast but yet really good makeup tutorial, and you guys can tell me how you like it. I'm going to show you the color, and then I'm going to show you where I put it, and then I'm going to edit it out. And then you'll see it, and then tell me if you like it. It's a different approach. Let's get started. Remember yesterday how I told you I didn't have any blending brushes with my kits? Well, that's because it's kind of like I didn't really need blending brushes because I have all these blending brushes from a variety of other like face kits that I got, so I will be using those today. Let's get it started. So for today's makeup look, yesterday I did kind of like a neutral look with a pop of color, and everybody seemed to love it. So that's what I'm going to recreate today using the Jaclyn Hill palette from Morphe. This is not about the people, this is about the product, and this girl made a bomb product. So that's what we're going to use today. I'm going to use a fluffy brush. This is a Shawnee fluffy brush right here. It's just a regular fluffy brush, really, really fluffy. And I'm going to go in and I'm going to use MFEO and Faint, which is right here. It's really hard to like get the names because the names are all in the back to match up. So I'm just going to use these two right here in the palette. Now I'm going to put these exactly in my crease, but I forgot to put tape on my eye, so I'm going to do that and I'll be right back. Alright, so the tape's on my eye. You guys know that I work better with tape on my eye. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to dip my brush in those two crease colors and I'm going to put it in my crease. So I'm going to look at my little mirror down here and then hopefully you guys can see exactly where I'm putting it. I'm going to windshield wiper motion it back and forth all in my crease. And then that's pretty much it. So with this video, every time I do something, I'm going to show you what I do, pause it, finish what I'm doing, and then come back. Alright guys, now I always come at you with my face already done, my eyebrows done, and my eyes primed with a concealer and powder on top. It just makes the blending more seamlessly. If your eye is soft, it makes that blending transition really soft. Now when you're blending, you can take your brush and you can do circular motions this way, or back and forth this way. Now if the blending is not working out for you, at the end you can take a clean brush. This is just a fluffy brush from Zoeva's place. You can go over the top lines and it blends it out just that much more. Now what I like to do is every time I use a color, I use a different brush for that color. So when I have to go back in for my blending transitions, if I put a darker color, I'm always going to go back over with that lighter color on top of it, just to make sure that the color transition always shows up. So if you use the same brush for the same color, it's going to be hard to do that. So if you have the opportunity to use a different brush for a different color, I'd go ahead and do it. Alright, so with one of my Anjan brushes from Amazon, this is like a tilted fluffy brush. I'm going to go in with this orange color right here in the Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette. So in the middle of that, my mom called, and yeah, so going back, we're going in with that orange color pooter with that side kind of fluffy brush, and we're just going to go in and just really darken up the crease right there. Now, don't worry if you go in and add way too much like I just did, like that, because, like I said, you keep those brushes with the color you added in before, and you go back and forth and circular and back and forth and circular, and look at that. It just blends out nicely. So always keep that brush you had before, because you can go back in with the transition color and just make it all good. It's really nice that I got like the perfect lighting for today. It's not too sunny where it's blinding, and it's just like an overcast because it's gonna rain today. Anyway, moving on. I'm gonna go in with this Urban Decay two-sided brush. I got it from my Heat palette, and I really, really love it to put it really in the crease for that darker color, because it's got this side one on one side and a rounded one on the other where you can blend it, and the side one is to add, and I use this one to blend. So I'm gonna go in with my Joavis Place. This is the Nubian 2 palette. See this color right here called Zezabel? Yeah, I'm sorry, Zezabel, right there. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna take that kind of sided flat side here. I'm gonna go in and we're going to put it in the outer V right here. Just stamp it on is what I do. So I stamp it, and now I blend it up with the rest, because I don't want it to overpower that orange, but I do want it to seamlessly go in my crease. And then, like I said before, I'm going to go back in with the orange color. This is why I like using different brushes for each color I use. It just makes, everybody asks me how my blending is so seamless and pretty, and it's like, well, you just gotta make sure you're not drowning out your last colors. Then you go in with your crease brush, or your crease brush. Then you go in with your transition color brush, and you just right at the top, not in between the two, because you don't want to muddy the colors together either, and you just soften that out. See? Now, once I have the blend that I want, I'm going to go in with the little round circular part of it, go back in with that Joavis Place color, and I'm really just going to, like, tight crease it, you know? Just make sure it's, like, under the orange color from the Jaclyn Hill palette, and just really intensify it. Then go back in with that flatted side, and just lightly blend it into the orange. That way that it's still a nice blend, but there's, like, differentiation color, you know, like you can see that these are two different colors, yet they're blended seamlessly together. I really want to just add some more into the outer V, because we're going to go ahead in the inner corner and we're going to clean that up. But when I do my V, what I like to do is I like to bring more up here and kind of make like a half moon and bring it more here. So, see how there's like a half moon going on? That's how I like to do my outer V color, so that when I put the base down, it transitions a lot better, and you'll kind of see what I mean when we get into it. Now, like I said, even at this point, if your makeup isn't blending perfectly just at the top here, go in with that clean blending brush, the clean blending brush, and just back and forth until you get it the way you want it. You're going to have to go in and out and in and out, and that's what a lot of beauty gurus don't show you when they edit their videos, is there's a lot of back and forth repetition to get the look the way you want it. Don't forget, if it's not something you want to, like, if it's not the way you want it, add, keep re-adding, redo. It's a learning skill, right? And you're going to get it. You just got to keep practicing. A lot of people get frustrated and they're like, oh, I don't have time for that. Well, if you don't have time, you won't learn. It's like pro athletes. They don't get good at what they do because they don't practice. They're always practicing. All right, so at this point, I'm going to take this flat brush right here, and I'm going to go in with my Just Peachy for mattes, and I'm going to use this white matte up here. Now, you can use any white matte color you have for the brow bone. I usually do the brow bone after I'm done doing my outer V and my transition color area. That way, I can just shape the top. You'll see what I mean. So I'm going to do my brow bone over here, and I take this opportunity to take the lighter color and shape the shape I want to do, like I want the over eye to do. So you can't really see it that good on camera, but it is shaping it. It's kind of cleaning it up a little bit, making sure I didn't take the color too high to my eyebrow. And I take it in like here as well, just to give it that clean, soft, beautiful looking effect, because you do not want your color to go too high, because then you'll look like Mimi Bobek, and she's beautiful, but not what we're going for here. Alright, so at this point, this is when we're going to go in with any flat head brush you have, and I'm going to do my Maybelline Master Concealer. This is a new one. I just started using it. Any concealer will work. You're going to go in with any flat brush that you feel comfortable with using. I put it on the back of my hand. I tap and kind of just like soak the tips. And this is a little trick I know I'm going to teach you guys. So what I do is I put a lot right here. And then what I do is I look up. Now when I looked up, it put a line as to where my cut crease should go. So that way, when I put down a color, my cut crease, the color that I put down isn't going to get all smudged up in that crease, because you looked up and you made sure that it went as far as you need to go. And see where I did that circle half moon V? I make sure to take my concealer and put it just in that half moon circle, so you'll be able to see a little bit more of what I was talking about. It's a half moon. Now I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna do the other eye, and we continue. So when I did the pop of teal, I used the Joy of This Place Zulu palette. I have a lot of Joy of This Place palettes because I'm absolutely in love with them. I used this green, lime green right here, and I loved it. I go in with a flathead brush. This is just a regular flathead brush from the Shawnee Company. It's the 24 one. I'm going to go in and just place that for my pop of color. Now, I usually apply my pop of colors with a brush first, just so I can really get the finer details and straight on the line and not going over it. And if you do like that, you just go ahead with your blending brush and blend it out afterwards. It's really no big deal. Makeup is always, you know, it's just always, you can always clean it up. And then you get tongue-tied when you're trying to concentrate. But don't worry about making mistakes. Concealer and foundation are like erasers, okay? It's makeup, it's not tattoos. You can always go in and fix it. And sometimes I find that mistakes make the look kind of cool. Sometimes. Alright, now I'm going to go in with my finger like I always do. And especially because I'm doing a neutral look and this is the only pop of color that's going to be in that look, I really want it to be the star of the show. Alright, so from my Amazon brushes in my Anjo palette, or my Anjo palette, in my Anjo brushes, I got this little brush. It's a little round brush, and it's absolutely amazing for what I'm going to do next. So, right by the black in the palette, there's Soda Pop. Now, yeah, Soda Pop, right here. And this is an amazing, amazing color. If you don't want to use a black because it's too harsh, but you do want that wow pow kind of color, I will show you. So I have Soda Pop on my brush, and I'm just gonna put this in the outer V part to just darken up the outer V. And as you can see, it adds depth, but it's not as blasted in your face as black would be. It's not that harsh blackness, but it does add depth to the color we just put on. And like I said, you're always going to go back and forth with every single color you used before. And yeah, that's how that works. So back and forth. So you're going to take that that Joyous Place color that we used, the kind of like burgundy, the lighter purple burgundy color, and just make sure it blends in very well. It also cleans up the green we just put on there as well. I couldn't believe how hard it is to like talk and concentrate while you're doing this. But I don't like voiceovers because I find voiceovers are so impersonal. I find this is more like a one-on-one girl chat with us, you know, but yet trying to keep it light and fluffy. So we just keep going, do it back all over again. And yes, this takes time, but you get those compliments and you get those, how did you do that? So just, you know, and like the more you do it, the faster you do get at it. I mean, for video's sake, I'm bringing it down just a little here as well. For video's sake, I'm slowing it down so you guys can kind of see it. But after a while, I promise, you'll get faster, you'll get better, and it's, oh, the day I stop loving doing makeup is the day you won't see me here anymore. I only started YouTube because makeup is like, I feel like an artist. These are my brushes, my faces, my palette, and the designs and the stuff you can learn is just so amazing and it's so fun and I just love it. So if you're here for the love of makeup, pound it, because I love you guys, 'cause I love makeup. And the thing I love about this small little brown brush as well is it's just so perfect for the outer V color. It fits so well into those little small spaces. Now I'm going to go back in with that Urban Decay brush, and I'm going to go back in with the Joyous Place, just in case you forgot. This like purple burgundy color. It's called Jezebel, and I'm going to go kind of like back in as well with the Jezebel, and just where we put that darker color to depthen it, yeah, to deepen it. And then I'm going to go in with that orange fluffy brush, and we're just going to go back and forth, back and forth. And then this is where I like to blend the two colors together, as in the green and the burgundy color. So I go in with my finger with the green, and I'm just going to tap it. And I'm going to try to blend it. That's why I made the half moon. I'm going to try to blend it the best I can without it looking too crazy. And then that's how I get that blend. As you guys know, I'm just starting out my channel, so I'm trying to find ways where you don't have to sit there and watch 24 hours of me doing my makeup. So I am trying this way to make it a little bit more faster, a little bit more convenient, but you still kind of know the colors I use, where I put them, and how it was achieved. If you guys are liking it, give me a thumbs up. If you're not liking it, leave in the comments, and we'll try to figure out ways that it works out better. I am new to this channel. I don't really know that much about YouTube, but I promise to give you better content. The more we move along, we all learn together. That's how you learn. Let's practice. Alright, so at this point I'm going in with my Shawnee. It's just a regular pencil? A regular liner brush, not a pencil. I had to look at it. Is it really a pencil? And then I'm going with Pretty Vulgar, the the wet gel liner. Wow, we're having fun today, guys. I'm going in and I'm just going to tight line my water, or my eyeline right here. My water, calm down. I'm going to tight line as close to my lashes as I can. Like that. And then using this tape, and this is why I keep the tape on there, I load my brush with some gel liner and I go from the bottom and just swipe it up. as far as I want that line to go. Then I kind of find a middle point where that line is, and I just swipe my brush downwards. And a lot of people are like, oh my goodness, like, your eyeliners are always tight. Your wing liners are always amazing. And this is why. Because I just love doing wing liner. This way, I always use it with the tape. Now, I always go back in with another angled brush with a black shadow, and I just tap right on top of where I put my gel liner. I find it sets it and also darkens it, and I just love my liner as black as my soul. Just kidding, it's not. So I went ahead and I tight lined up top in that gross place that you probably guys wouldn't want to see, and I went ahead and I did both liners. Now, remember, they're sisters, they're not twins. So what I'm doing now is I'm going to tape the tape and I'm going to peel it upwards, and it's going to show that crisp, beautiful line. And of course, you're going to do cleanup. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back in with my Master Conceal, and I'm going to clean up under my eyes, and I will be right back and we will finish it. Alright, so I went ahead and I did the eyeliner on my bottom waterline. What I love is this crown brush, and I got this in my Ipsy bag back when I used to be an Ipsy lover, but I've switched over to Box Charm, and I'm a BoxyCharm girl for life. But I got this in my Ipsy bag, and it is just absolutely amazing to do what I'm about to do. So I take my black gel liner and I put it on the waterline and right like where my eyelashes are. Now I go ahead and I take the rounded parts and I'm going to just lightly smudge it out. And this mirror also doesn't show you my mouth gaping wide open. Now I'm going to go in with any black shadow. This will work with any black shadow. And I just go ahead and I set that with the smaller part of the brush. And then going back and using this side, I blend it out. Like that. And then I'm going to go back in with the other colors. That is why I save these brushes. I'm going to go back in and use that Soda Pop with the tiny little one that I used to darken up this spot. And I'm only going to do it in the outer corner with the Soda Pop. And that's going to open my eye up more by putting a darker color in the corner at the bottom. Since the black that I used already closes my eye. I'm just like a lover for black eyeliner. I've tried using soft brown eyeliners and I've tried using white eyeliners, and it's never really my jam. Then I'm going to go in with that Urban Decay brush, and I'm going to go in with the Juvia's Place Burgundy. And I'm just going to place that really close. I'm going to tight line it close to the black, but all over the eye. Like mostly the other half of the eye, not all over the eye. So we did the darker color here, and then we're going to do the burgundy here. So on the other half of the eye. That's what I was trying to say. Like I said, I have like mad props and respects to makeup artists who can think, talk, and do all at the same time. Like I said, I am just learning. So I'm going to go in with that angled brush and the orange, and I'm going to just softly, kind of like what we did at the top of the eye, I'm just going to softly go back and forth and just make it all seamlessly blend together, to make it look like the top matches the bottom. And I'm just going to use that to add a little bit. I'm going to go in with that clean brush and really blend it out, because you want a seamless blend. And I'm going to take it just a little up so it all looks blended together. And that's how you do the bottom part of your eye. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go add some mascara. I'll show you which ones I used after. And I think that's the end look. Alright guys, so I went in with the lightest shade in the Jaclyn Hill palette to do just the light colors in my eyes because I did forget to do my inner corner. And I just went ahead and used a tiny little flat brush from the Shawnee brushes. I also used this cute little eyelash curler from Amazon. I am totally getting used to everything and I just love it. And then I used the Unleash by Wonder Beauty that I got in my BoxyCharm and to do my lashes. So that's the look. Hope you guys love it. Blessed be, my beauties.